The 31st session of the Food and Agriculture Organization Regional Conference for Africa is currently underway to discuss the continent's potential to end hunger and malnutrition. Let's get more on this from Abebe Haile-Gabriel, the Assistant Director General and Regional Representative at the Food and Agriculture Organization, joining us via Zoom from Accra, Ghana. Thank you so much for joining us here on Africa Live. Well, the UN says the global COVID-19 pandemic is making an already dire food situation in Africa even much worse. How bad is it really?
Thank you for having me. In Africa, even before COVID-19, there were more than 235 million people hungry, including more than 66 million people in acute food insecurity. And so when COVID hits, it became another wave of the overlapping crisis. As you know, there are so many crises in Africa: transboundary plant pests and diseases, animal diseases, including extreme weather events such as floods, the desert locust, and so on. So it really complicated the matter most.
Well, I guess it's not all doom and gloom, because the Food and Agriculture Organization believes the battle against hunger and poverty in Africa can be won. Talk to us about some of the immediate actions needed to achieve this.
Yes, of course, it can be won. It requires concerted actions. First of all, we need to scale up our ambitions and accelerate actions and mobilize all stakeholders in the framework of the decade of action for implementation of the agenda, 2030 agenda on sustainable development. It requires governments to really improve the enabling environment, empower local communities and socially disadvantaged groups. It requires mobilization of investments and partnerships for integrated, for comprehensive and innovative approach towards transforming the food and agriculture systems. And it requires also strengthening and taking advantage of the regional integration mechanisms, such as the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, among others, and as well as the opportunities in innovation and digitalization. Yes, opportunities are there, solutions are there, concerted actions are required. It's possible to win it.
All right, so at the end of this 31st Regional Conference for Africa, what can we expect to see?
There are a total of 95 ministers and deputy ministers from 48 African countries participating in this conference. So you can see the level of participation. So at the end of this conference, we look forward to member countries now at the level of the ministers to recommit themselves to take actions in their respective countries. The key messages have been deliberated over the last 3 days. Today is the last day, the final day. We are expecting them to adopt a declaration, ministerial declaration, towards action, really. As you know, next year, towards the end of 2021, there is going to be the UN Summit, Food Systems Summit. And there's going to be a lot of dialogue at country and local levels towards really defining what the food systems should be for the people on the ground. And so we are expecting the ministers to really recommit towards taking concerted actions, not just the ministers of agriculture, but also ministers of trade and industry, ministers of finance, ministers of infrastructure, health, and so on, because the agenda is cross-sector, and that kind of multi-sectoral and multi-stakeholders engagement is going to be key, and we expect them to commit to this.
All right, Abebe Haile-Gabriel, thank you for your insight analysis. I think the important phrase there was a commitment to take action. Once again, thank you for your time.